Happy Monday, you guys. So, if you are new here or if you're listening to this on the podcast for the first time, I am Alisha Robertson, and this is my Mondays with Alisha series where I just share like quick tips and strategies and like mindset shifts needed to help you to be able to really just launch and grow your coaching or service based business. This is also a series to answer all of your questions. So if you have a question that you would like to submit to this series, make sure that you are clicking the link in my bio. I'll also leave the description if you're watching this on YouTube to submit your question. I would love for you to pick my brain and for me to answer all of your questions here on the series. So if you're watching this over on Twitter, if you're watching this on Instagram right now, if you are watching this on YouTube, hey, everyone. Again, my name is Alisha Robertson. I am a wife, mama, business coach, and the founder of the Purpose to Service Academy, where I teach coaches and online service providers how to create and launch their signature offer and also serve their clients with less stress and more intention. So, today and all this month, if you guys haven't been here, if you haven't listened to the podcast, all this month we are talking about how to attract your perfect paying clients. So when most of us think about getting new clients, getting more clients into the door, the first thing that a lot of us automatically think is, oh my gosh, we need a new marketing strategy. We need to shift our marketing strategy. We need to change strategies. We need to try this new strategy that everyone is, having these amazing six-figure results from. And while, yes, you need marketing, you need a solid marketing strategy, oftentimes it isn't a new strategy that you need. It could be very well that the strategy you have is well thought out and it's working really well. But the thing that may be really holding you back from bringing consistent clients into the door could be your mindset. And I know that mindset is like very woo sometimes, and people are like, I don't have a mindset issue. I don't have anxiety. I don't have, I don't struggle with depression and things like that. But your mindset doesn't necessarily have to be linked to those type of like mental like things that we often struggle with. So today I wanted to talk about the 4 mindset shifts that are holding you back from booking clients consistently, because I truly believe that if you can just change your thinking around some of these topics or some of these points that I'm going to go over today, you're going to open up and you're going to give yourself more space to be able to tackle those marketing strategies and to be able to talk to your clients in a way where you're confident in the value that you're providing and you're also confident in the amount that you are charging, which is super important. So let's jump into the first one. So the first is the fear of success. So a lot of us, we hear about the fear of failure. What if I fail? What if I look crazy? What if I spend a lot of money doing this thing and then no one ever hires me? But what we don't talk about enough, I think, is the fear of success. So it's the belief that if people do hire you, then you won't be able to really help them to get the results that you promised. Or if you really do start making good money, that you won't know what to do with that money and that you'll end up just wasting it. So that fear of success is really rooted in like imposter syndrome. Once I get these clients, they're going to hate me. I'm not going to be able to show up. They're not going to love it. Or, if I do start getting all of this money, then, I won't know what to do with it and I'll end up wasting it. Or, if I do build this big business, I'm going to start getting press and then I won't have any more privacy. So a lot of us, yes, we may have some fear that is rooted in like the fear of failure, but a lot of it too can be a fear of success. But this fear affects your actions. And I think that's one thing we really have to keep in mind is how fear affects our actions. Because if you deep down are afraid that you'll just waste money or you won't be able to really deliver on the promise that you have, promised your clients, then that's when you begin to self-sabotage yourself. That's when you start, holding yourself back. You start shrinking yourself. You start making yourself smaller. You don't market yourself, and you don't do what's necessary in order to bring money into your business. So that fear of success then turns into that imposter syndrome that again tells you, You're going to suck at being a coach, or you're going to suck at being a graphic designer. They aren't going to get the results that they paid for, or you're going to make all of this money and you're just going to waste it, or you're going to get all of this new press and you're no longer going to have any, privacy in your life. So that fear turns into that imposter syndrome, and that imposter syndrome begins to affect the actions that you're taking, and then eventually you'll begin to start self-sabotaging. You won't take on those new opportunities. You won't say yes to those new opportunities. You'll start fumbling during your sales calls or not taking on those sales calls. You won't market yourself. You won't be open to trying any other marketing, any new marketing strategies. And the next thing you know, you're not getting any clients out the door. So it's like a chain reaction that I think a lot of us don't think about. It's like, oh yeah, I'm afraid, my fear of success, but I'm just keep trying these different marketing strategies. But if you truly don't believe that you can get your clients these amazing results, or that you will be able to manage the money that you're bringing in, you're just going to fumble it. And you're going to fumble all of it. And you're not going to be able to get the type of client that you're willing to work with, and you're not going to be coming in the door consistently. So I really want you to kind of shift from that fear of success. And I always tell people this when it comes to fear, is thinking about, okay, what's the best that could happen? So instead of saying, I'm going to be successful, but then I'm going to get all these clients who are now waiting on me to deliver on this amazing result, you're going to say, I cannot wait to get all these amazing clients and give them exactly what they paid for. Simple as that. Simply just changing the narrative, and instead of dwelling on, again, the negative, going back and switching your mindset to, okay, well, what if this does work out for me? What if I do make all of this amazing money and, I put forth the effort to learn how to manage it all? Or what if I do get all of this amazing press around my business, instead of thinking, oh, now I don't have any privacy, thinking about all the opportunities that this amazing press is going to be able to give to you. Or tell yourself that even if I do get all of this press, I still can be reserved and I still can hold some stuff that are private to myself. So making sure that you're pushing past that fear, because again, that fear affects your actions, and that action is going to turn into imposter syndrome. It's going to turn into self-sabotage, and you're not going to do the work that's needed to actually get the new clients coming into the door. All right, so let's talk about no one, or believing that no one will pay your price. So this is a big one that I hear with my clients, that I have even struggled with internally in myself, is that, oh my gosh, if I charge this big amount that I deep down know that I'm worth, that people are going to think it's too expensive and they won't want to hire me, and they're just going to go to someone cheaper. So this fear and this belief, honestly, it's a belief that holds so many coaches and online service providers back from gaining new clients. Because one, you don't think your offer is worth the bigger price tag. So that's definitely going to affect your confidence. It's going to affect how you market yourself, and it's going to affect how you are talking about your offer and putting your offer out into the world. And then you also begin to lower your rates, because you think, okay, if I'm the cheaper version in my industry, or if I'm the more affordable version in my industry, then that means I'm going to get all these other people flocking to me. But in actuality, you being the cheaper or the more affordable version is only turning your potential clients off. Because if everybody else in your industry is charging $3,000, $4,000, or $5,000 for their offer, but you're charging $97 or $100 or even just $1,000 for your offer, your potential clients are going to look at you like, okay, why is she so cheap? Am I not going to get the result that she promised? Like, what's wrong with her offer to where she can charge so cheap for it when everyone else is charging 5 figures for their offer? So you think that because you charge less, or because you're the cheaper version of everyone else in your industry, that it's going to bring in more clients, when actuality, you're actually turning people off, and they're going to other people who are confident in their offer and have that confidence to be able to pay or charge what they're worth. And then you also, in this kind of realm of not believing that the price should be the price, or that the price is what you should be charging, is that you start offering these deep discounts, which may lead to new clients, but you're going to start being very underworked and very underpaid, which again is not going to give you the capacity to be able to take on new clients. So I want you to set your big audacious price and let your expertise and let your values speak for themselves. If you have a solid promise, if you have a solid process, if you have set up an incredible automated client experience to where you're not making it harder on yourself and you're definitely not making it harder on your clients to work with you, then set that big price and let your value speak for itself, because you are worth it. And you playing small and you discounting yourself because you want to be seen as the affordable option is actually going to be doing you a disservice. No one wants cheap. It's why a lot of people go to Target versus Walmart. Target has better, Target's prices are definitely higher, but we prefer that experience because we know we're going to get quality. We know we're going to get the value that we're paying. You don't want to be the Walmart. You don't. I'm so sorry, Yeti. Look, I'm very passionate about pricing because I have been one of those people like in the past who was like, I'm going to give you my entire life for $97. And then I was ended up burnt out, stressed out, upset, mad, frustrated because I was doing all of these things for $100 that I could literally spend within seconds on Amazon. Like, I don't want y'all going into, coaching or creating graphics or designing houses or whatever it is that you're doing, charging low, because you're not going to feel good about it. And that's going to affect the way that you run your business. So again, set your big audacious price and let your expertise and your value speak for itself. All right, so the next on number 3, the third mindset shift that I want you to push past is you believe that stretching yourself thin means you're providing value. So if you're asking how high every time a client says jump, you may be creating a great client experience, but you won't have the capacity to take on any more new clients because you have completely overextended yourself. So being a giver is great. And I never want you to think that you're only supposed to give your clients the bare minimum. And wanting to create a great client experience is definitely necessary because word of mouth marketing works for getting new clients in the door. But you can create a great client experience without overextending yourself. And you can do that within the realm or in the capacity or within the walls of what you originally offered. And if you're someone like me, I'm always like, okay, but I can create this thing and I can, do this to make it easier. And I can just offer this extra call. And while that may be good sometimes or very sparingly, trying to keep up with that on a consistent basis and doing that with every single client you have coming in the door, you're going to leave yourself stressed out. And you're going to leave yourself frustrated. You're going to leave yourself burnt out, and you won't have, you're going to barely have the capacity to serve the clients that you have, let alone be able to put that focus into marketing yourself and bringing more clients into the door. So you do not have to stretch yourself. And I think this is really big for women as well who are in this space. We think, okay, because we're natural givers. We naturally want to give. We naturally want to make people's lives easier, especially the people or the things that we care about. So we think, okay, I'm going to just go this extra mile, and then I'm going to go this extra mile, and I'm going to give this, and I'm going to give this, and I'm going to give this. And then the next thing you know, you've completely stretched yourself too thin and burnt yourself out, and you don't have anything else to give to your clients, to getting potential new clients, or even to pour back into yourself so that you can be the best for your new clients. So you definitely have to get past that mindset of, in order for me to provide value, in order for me to provide this incredible client experience, I need to give all that I have and literally drain myself empty. You do not have to stretch yourself thin in order to create an incredible client experience or in order to even provide more value to your clients. So the fourth mindset shift that is probably holding you back from booking clients consistently is that you have to, you think or you believe that you have to be a one-stop shop. So let's say for example, you wanted a boob job or a breast job. And you come across this amazing doctor who says, yes, I can enhance your breast. I can, make your boobs bigger. I can make them look like, the Playboy bunny that you want to be or that you want to look like. And then they say, And I can also check your knee, and I can also feel your cavity. I can also make sure your ears are working fine. I can check your eyesight. And they start telling you all these different things that they can do for you that has absolutely nothing to do with you getting a boob job. Would you trust those people? Or would you trust that doctor? Probably not, because they are so focused on so many different areas that they are not an expert in anything. There is no way that you could be a plastic surgeon, an eye doctor, an ear doctor, a knee doctor, and a foot doctor and be good at all of those different things. So right now, when you hear coaches like myself say niche down, you probably turn your nose up, or you look the other way, or you're like, girl, I'm tired of hearing that. Like, everybody is saying that. But the reason why you're hearing that so much is because it's true. Your audience wants to invest in a specialist. So they want to invest in someone who is focused on helping them to solve one very specific problem. And you can't be the expert while also trying to be the Walmart or Target of your industry. Again, going back to that analogy, no one really trusts someone who says that they can do it all. Like, if I want a great boob job, I want to go to someone who is in that thing. If I want my hair done a certain way, I'm going to go to someone who specializes in that specific type of hairstyle. If I want help within my business on a very specific area, I'm going to go to someone who has expertise in that area and has also branded themselves as the expert in that specific expertise. So you're trying to be the Walmart or the Target of your industry because you think that if you help everyone and you have something that you can give to everyone, that you're going to be liked more, that you're going to get more clients. When again, all you are doing is shooing away people who may like you and may be thinking about working with you, but they can't quite figure out what you do. Like, how are you supposed to help them if you can help them in 12 different areas? I don't want somebody who's going to build me a website, create my full content strategy, also show me how to write a book, and also, I don't know, show me how to start a dog walking business. Like, I want somebody, when I say I'm struggling with marketing, I want to be able to go to someone who is dead set on only helping me help get better at marketing my business. So you really do have to position yourself as an expert in your industry. So if you're not booking the amount of clients that you desire, or even the quality of clients that you desire, because when we do try to be the Walmart or the Target of our industry, we start getting in clients that we're not excited about working with, then it may be because your audience or your clients are just as confused as you are. So they don't know what you're offering. They don't know who you're helping. They don't know what exactly you're going to help them through because they're confused. And the last thing you want to do is confuse your clients, because they're just going to move on to someone else, or your potential clients. They're just going to move on to someone else who has a deeper niche, who has branded and positioned themselves as an expert in that specific area. And they're not going to want to work with you if they're confused. Because if they're confused on your sales page, like, they're going to be confused when, you get into your coaching calls, or when you start working with them. They're not going to know what they're going to get out of their time working with you. And people don't want to invest in that. People want to invest in results. They want to invest in transformations, and they want to invest in you knowing that you're going to help them to get from where they are to where they want to be. And the only way that they can do that is if you let them know, hey, I am your go-to girl in this specific industry. This is exactly what I'm going to help you to do. Listen to me, hire me. And literally, you have to tell them that over and over and over again. All right, you guys. So those are the 4 mindset shifts that are holding you back from booking clients consistently. So it may be the fear of success. So believing that you won't be able to actually form or maintain your business once you've, gotten those new clients in. It's believing that no one will pay your price, so you end up discounting yourself. It's believing that stretching yourself then means you're providing a great client experience, so that you're providing a lot of value. And also believing that you have to be a one-stop shop. So thinking that you have to help your clients do every single thing that they're currently struggling with in order for them to trust you and for them to pay you, which is not true at all. All you're doing is confusing your clients. So if you are wondering more or wanting to know more about how to get consistent clients in the door, then tomorrow, if you're listening to this on Monday, I am teaching a totally free class on how to attract your perfect paying clients. So you can actually head over to AlishaRobertson.com/webinar to sign up for that for free. Again, it's happening tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll be going through my 5, maybe 6 strategies for attracting your perfect paying clients. I'll be talking about a lot of some more of these mindset shifts and these myths that are probably holding you back from getting those consistent clients in. And then I'll also be doing a live Q&A as well. So I will stay on the call however long I need to make sure that all of your questions are getting answered. So that free class is happening tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. All you have to do is click the link in my bio or head over to AlishaRobertson.com/sign up for free. If you are watching this on Instagram, click the link in my bio. If you're watching this over on YouTube, you can click the link in my descriptions as well to sign up. And again, I think if you're watching or listening to this on the podcast, I'm everywhere right now, y'all, everywhere. I will leave the link to this in the description as well so that you can sign up for the free class. As always, guys, if you have any questions about anything I talked about here today on this series, feel free to shoot me a DM. Again, you may not need another marketing strategy. Your marketing strategy may be A1. The thing that may be holding you back from consistently getting new clients could be those 4 mindset shifts that I talked about today. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me this week, and I will chat with you next Monday.